Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As we proceed to what we normally do. Another episode of Sports Punch. We haven't done one in a while. The focus
We
lately has been birthdays, St. Patrick's Day, all around celebrations and just relaxation for us both. Days out on the town, nights out around the town, or just
If
rest and
I
relaxation. Rest and relaxation. And just overall, just minding our damn business like we normally do. Minding the business that pays you, and that's what we've been up to. Keith Too Tall, welcome back to the podcast. What's
we
going
we
on with you, brother?
we back, bitches. We back in this thing. Nah, so I'm good. I'm good, bro. Been
No,
like you said,
good
much
way to kick it
love.
off. Good way to kick it off. Yes,
No, just like
sir.
you said, broke it down. Like had some shit must had to been done. Some things had to be did. Some rest need to be made, and some bad timings on some shit as well. So we back.
Yeah,
Like we in this thing.
yeah, like we never left. Like we never
Have to
left.
have to make y'all miss it a little bit. Nah,
Nah,
they
for
probably like,
real.
ain't nobody
For
who.
real. Well, who the fuck is Keith
Stupid.
Too Tall and this brother old guy? So
Like
listen, tell him why you got that bomb ass, broke ass Denver Nuggets jersey on around this thing, man.
I heard the platinum selling in the streets, Mellow jersey, Denver Nuggets, especially the high sky blue ones they had with the silky joints. And but no, yeah, man, it's March Madness time, man. We didn't get to do the picks on from the original '64, but March Madness time. Why not talk about the best freshman to ever do it, Carmelo Anthony, or considered probably the best college player to ever do it, one and done. Came, saw, and conquered. Get that championship ring in a national championship in his rookie season, leading his team. Like, name somebody else that then did it like that. I'll wait, and we gonna be
I
waiting for.
cannot. I cannot. We're gonna be waiting a while because I don't remember anybody that came in and did what he did in his freshman year of college, bro. Kevin Durant, I don't know what Sweet 16, the top 24, whatever it was, but to rep like that for New York, like what he
Exactly.
really put on. But then
Yes.
to go from that and get drafted by the Denver Nuggets, Detroit, what was y'all thinking?
Man, man, that could have made Melo career going a different way as far as like how he respected in the game and how LeBron and him was 1-2 literally in picks and also
That would have made that competitive journey between them a lot more competitive had he got one within that first 3 years with the Detroit Pistons. Pistons. They picked some guy. What was this Jagoff's name that they picked?
Darko Milicic.
Where we didn't see him after the first or second season, did we not?
Not that I remember. I think maybe. Ooh, did he go somewhere? I think he. Damn, did he go somewhere else? But
He was
not
just
after those.
about as useful as the guy that Vince Carter dunked on.
I'm trying to think.
My nigga.
True. No, but yeah, yeah, you're right. That first year, he barely got minutes, and like
Bitch, you was about as useful as a lint in my pocket. But
that's the
nobody
one.
checking for you.
I think that's the one move. I want to say that was Joe Dumars that made. He was like that. Probably like maybe I'll redo that one. But I mean,
Man,
it
I would
worked
have,
out. It worked out for him
man,
that year. They ended up winning the
no.
championship that year. That's what's crazy.
I
So
think they would have won the championship with Melo. I think this would have been the first part of his career where it would have changed his trajectory into being a all-around team player, a great offensive player. But then also the next thing that would have happened is Melo probably would have learned how to slide them puppies.
oh, for sure. He definitely played way better team defense. He would give more goal. You wouldn't be able to play if he didn't,
He sure wouldn't.
especially under Larry Brown. Like he ain't mess with rookie like that.
Yeah. Oh, so that's another thing that might have messed up his trajectory had he been a Detroit Piston, would Larry Brown have played him and relied on him and let him come off the bench and be a sixth player, or seventh player, or eighth player in a rotation off the bench? Would he have allowed that with a young Melo? Would a young Melo have understood that with Ben Wallace and Rasheed, was it Rasheed Wallace and all those guys? Would he have understood that with Tyshawn Prince that yeah, it was okay for you to come off the bench and just learn your way into the game? But would that have worked out for a guy like Melo and what his trajectory would have been like? We don't know because we never saw that. We saw him
Yeah,
go to the Denver Nuggets and did well for a Denver Nuggets squad who really didn't have much of anything until Carmelo got there.
nobody was
Melo,
thinking about
Melo
Denver
in your
Nuggets.
prime, no, in your prime, Melo, that those different Denver Nugget years, in your prime with the Denver Nuggets, because you did well with New York too, but in your Denver Nugget years, bro, you was a hell of a dog, man. You
Oh
was a
yeah,
hell of a dog out there on that basketball court.
put that city and team on the map. I
Because
mean,
nobody gave a care about that.
they was every year playoff team with him on it when he was on that team. So and then the year before, the years before they wasn't. So since the Kimbe, so it's like
No,
that's
do
why I
you
feel
even
like
remember that squad that he was playing with? The Dikembe Mutombo, Antonio McDyess, or was it Nick Van Exel,
mm-hmm.
Mahmoud Abdul, who was his name? Abdul Rauf, right?
Yep.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. You know, those guys running out there up and down the court, LaFonso Elvis, stuff like Ellis, guys like that was on that squad. Like you're not gonna hear a lot of people talk about that Denver Nuggets squad. You're not gonna hear anything about that.
Yeah. And you brought up a definitely a throwback name, Antonio McDyess.
Yeah.
He was gonna be cold if he didn't get injured like he did. I mean he was cold for the last
He was
first
cold. He was cold. You know, at 6'9", 250 pounds, had a 4 foot vertical. You know, he was nice for the time that he was healthy, but he was a decent 20, was it 20 and 10 guy, 20 and 12 guy. Like he did what he's supposed to do while he was out there.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you got teams, the to me, as for as long as I've been watching basketball, the West has always been stacked, my G. The West has always been stacked since the 90s or the 80s. Since I've been watching basketball, the West has always been stacked. So, even if you're playing, winning 40 games, that's not enough in the West. And it's never been enough in the West to just get 40 games. You always had to be above 40 to 45 games.
Yeah. That's true. That is true. So, but especially now, like I think there was that's another thing. When Melo his first couple years, like no, not the first couple years. I think the years when he had got AI, they won 50 uh games, but they was the eighth seed. Like damn, like you win 50 games and you eighth seed, like
But think
that's
about what you're saying. Win 50 games in the Western Conference, and that's still like a 7 or 8 seed at that time.
yeah, and they
50
got
games, Mike G.
yeah
That would have got you third or fourth spot in the East.
probably top 2 to 3
That
for
too.
sure.
That too.
But no, yeah, like that one said, the balance definitely outweighs, especially after like kind of when Jordan left, like, and you still have even with him in it the last 6 years when he came back, to 3 years before, and then the little break, and then you know Houston became that team those 2 years when he was that the year and a half he was out when he came back he won the basketball shape.
Hmm.
Um, but then when he came back, he dominated again 3 years back to back. Seattle to Utah. Um, I mean that's what's crazy. Like Utah. They're supposed to get one of them things, and that's crazy how he actually blocked Carmelo and John Stockton, who are, not arguably the top five players in their position ever, and, you know, knocked their ass up out of there. So,
When you think about that, that's what also to me one of the top duos of all time.
yeah,
Carl
like
Malone
literally,
and
like,
John Stockton.
it's only a
John
few other,
Stockton has a record of 15,000 assists, right? Or is it 12,000?
I believe it's 12,000, but it's so much that I don't know if anybody gonna catch it. I mean, they can.
Chris Paul said, I don't think nobody ever gonna ever catch that record. That's what Chris Paul said. Chris Paul said, he said, man, I tried. He said, I was trying to
Right.
average 12,000. I was trying to average 12 assists a season. He said, I was trying, man. He said, do you know how hard it is to get that record?
Yeah, you gotta be on point, and I mean, of course, a lot of that. went to Carmelo. So for a player that scored the most points for along with top players that scored the most between him, Kareem, now LeBron, you know, of course,
John Stockton is the NBA's all-time assist leader with 15,806
oh,
career assists.
oh,
He
yeah,
is followed by Chris Paul,
he got 12
12,552,
now. Gotcha.
and Jason Kidd, 12,091. LeBron James, 11,000, is the highest ranked active player behind Paul, with the top 10 also featuring Magic Johnson and Steve Nash. Steve
Yeah,
Nash has 10,335 assists.
yeah. If Jason Kidd and Steve Nash below them by financial,
Listen, and
3,000,
we talking about
12,000,
John Stockton
4,000.
was passing to the same guy for 15, 16, 17 seasons. It was the same guy every time down the break. The other thing that John Stockton did was he mastered the pick and roll with Karl Malone. So if the pick and the roll ain't working, what he looking for? The guy in the corner, the shooter. So if you
Yep.
can knock down that 15, 17, 19, 21-foot jump shot, you made John Stockton very happy. You made Karl Malone very happy because that was another guy that they could depend on, and one less move they had to worry about making while they was on the court. But do you
Yeah.
know how often that they were coming down, bro? And it's the same play every game. We not doing nothing else but pick and roll, screen and roll. Like this is it.
You couldn't stop it. You had to pick your poison.
And people said the guy, oh, that was boring. That was boring. They won more games than they lost for years. The only thing they did was they ran into that unstoppable force that wore red and black. You know, the guy they call the Black Cat, the guy they call Black Jesus. You know, he wore number 23, as so many other people wanted to wear. You know, he played for the Chicago Bulls. You know, the stadium was on the west side of Chicago, called the United Center. You know, the house that Michael built. You know, um, that's it. In their prime, let me ask you this: in their prime, who would you take? Prime Melo or prime Kevin Durant?
Ah man, gonna be re realistically. Um,
Realistically, you just a worker and your boss is my man. Uh-huh, here we go again. Uh-huh.
man, I'll take Melo. I'll take Melo.
So if it came down to it, you would take prime Melo over prime Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I would. He gave Kobe Bryant. Brian Melo gave you
Brian
know
Melo?
gave prime Kobe in his more in his middle in his prime. Hell in West Conference Finals, and if I could build a team around that with him, I'm cool. At least I know
Okay.
what I know I can get out of him in the regular season and playoffs.
Okay,
He,
bet
he
it
gonna
up.
show up.
Bet it up. Bet it up. Welcome back, everybody. We just talking some shit. What's next, Key?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
we I want to get into some more sports stuff, but I gotta talk about my boy Hova. He back outside. We the Avengers assemble.
Mm, y'all
Come back.
sure are gonna assemble for this man. They craving, they cramming to find out, man, where can I buy tickets? Where's his album at? Like, is there a new app I need to worry about getting? What is it? Like, y'all going crazy for him. Get that man some time. You know what this is, you know?
Man,
Let y'all feel that heat, feel that pressure, what he may have coming up. You know, I heard he talking about doing concerts, and doing another B-sides and doing a A-side tour. So we'll see what happened with Big Hov. You know what I mean? I ain't calling him Hov though. We'll see what happened with Jay-Z. You know?
that's a big hope. I can't.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hove, man. Uh,
Shout out to Jay-Z for representing for Brooklyn, for representing for New York, for representing for hip hop and doing everything that he has done with hip hop and the culture and the community as well.
what he just went through the last year, especially with all them lawsuits, all that shit everybody talked about, especially Nicki Minaj, the Epstein files, all this negative stuff that they was trashing my man the whole time last year.
What was he
He-
dealing with Nicki Minaj? Enlighten me. I don't remember or
Oh,
refresh my
she
memory.
was bashing that man on Twitter for like multiple days out the week for like all throughout the year, like talking
For
about how
what?
I don't know, like she literally was just trashing because I don't know what's going on in her life and like either her what she got some deals or anything that going her career is not going the way she wants. She blaming it on Rock Nation and and Jay
Mm.
Z and calling out his name for all types of stuff. But I just think, but you see her going on, up there with Trump trying to get some type of green card or some whatever she's trying to get to.
Nah, she tripping. She tripping, Brody.
Yeah, but like she was just calling out his name like every night. I forgot what it was like that. Like, but he didn't do that. So it's just like, especially with the his name being in Epstein files that everybody trying to put out there. It's just and then what else? It was something else that happened. That Big Betsby, that little lawsuit that had the girl come up and claim that he raped her or whatever years ago. That
I remember
nobody.
that one. I remember that a couple years ago, but I never
Yeah.
thought that was gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, so like just all that dealing with that.
Yeah,
So then you come out this year swinging. You got the Roots picnic in Philadelphia.
that's gonna be
Performing
major.
performing with the Roots. So
That's
that
gonna
you
be major because that
that
that that could be a sign of where this is going. You
oh
understand
yes.
me? That could be a
Hmm.
sign of where this could be going. So
Oh yeah, we
got to
yeah.
pay attention to that.
And then in July 10th, 11th, and now just coming out the 12th 3 nights in a row. You got the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt concert that Friday night, the 25th anniversary of Blueprint that Saturday night, and just they said announced he got a third night called Extra Innings, which I don't
Okay.
know. That could be anything. That could be any album. I'd be mad if it's Black Album. If I found out it's Black Album, oh my Lord. But
I can't even hate if it's Black Album. Black Album is,
no, I'm no, I'm
he
talking.
got a solid 8, 9 songs he can do out there.
I'm talking about not possibly being there or like or just getting tickets like 3 nights in a row, and you know how much they going for, man.
That's gonna be some nice chop you're gonna have to give up to be there for
Exactly.
that.
I'm going to the Blueprint one for sure. So the rest of the days, I'm just gonna have to stand outside the stadium like, and I wish I never met her.
It's about to go down. Yo,
Yes,
he got plenty of songs to rock out with. Plenty,
man. And
plenty.
these are just 2 albums, like 2 albums that front to back that meant like if he played, he gotta play Takeover live.
And he already has an unplugged set with the Roots Band.
Exactly.
At this time, we won't even have to worry about hearing anything from Jaguar Wright because she won't be involved at all.
And there we go. And then Jaguar White, what she been talking her last few years, like, and that's why I think all this, like, I just seen the interview. Well, I ain't seen all of it. That's like most of it, but like, he's saying he got all this stuff he want to talk, get off his chest, which is possible that could lead to an album. I don't know. I'm hoping so. At least one more follow up after a 444. Oh, that kind of rhymed. Okay. Anyway, oh,
You might have been working on that, ladies and gentlemen. You might
nah,
have been working on that whole rhyme scheme and
that's
pattern.
off the dome. Off
Straight
the
off the dome, son.
And all this could lead to, like you might have been hinting at, that he could be possibly performing at the Super Bowl. I mean, might as well get it out.
I didn't hint at anything. I was hinting at a tour.
Oh yeah.
I ain't saying
So
nothing about no Super
that's the
Bowl.
thing. Like he could probably be popping up in different cities and like doing like, I mean, depending on, I guess since these are anniversaries, he probably ain't gonna do like every other album. But like I see a tour, if especially the album coming with it. But I can see a throwback tour. You do, the hits or the cuts. But like
Anything he gonna do gonna be highly represented.
if he do a B sides part two or a C sides with album, like he could do a C sides concert, like and still be. That's how cool he is.
Whatever it is he chooses to do, it will be represented correctly.
If he ever get in it versus, which I doubt he ever do, but
I don't think there will be anybody standing next to Jay-Z or across from Jay-Z to do a
he
versus.
can do 2 to 3 verses on with literally different songs on each one.
The only person that so and to everyone who says that it has to be Drake, Drake isn't from the same era as Jay-Z. He's not from the same era. All right. So that's the biggest issue about them doing the verses because the younger crowd isn't going to be aware of all of Jay-Z's material. And the older crowd isn't going to be aware of all of Drake's material. Actually, they will be more aware. So here's the thing, because we are in between those two eras, maybe there may be a thing where as it plays out and people are listening to it take place, there may be a situation where you go, hey, this could be a good night for hip hop and a good celebration. But if it does become if it does become competitive, what way is it gonna go? Because I know for a fact Jay-Z he's a subliminal king. He's the one that kind of been on that for a long time. Drake been throwing shots for a long time, as far as I understand about him and his music. Him and other rappers have been passing shots back at each other, back and forth for years. So that'll work. But when he starts doing those songs and they start ringing off,
Man,
do you have what it takes to stand in there, my G, and do what every fighter has to do? Get off the ropes. Get off the ropes. Fight back. Fight back.
yeah, let's go, bro. I'm telling you, if nobody even been to a Jay Z concert, they don't know. They wouldn't understand it. Like just my literally shaking the stadium. That's how hard it's gonna go. So
The stadium, I haven't been to a Jay-Z concert in a long time, but the stadium shakes, bro. He shakes the building. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom,
if he
doom.
play that, oh my, and that's just an interlude like type of. Oh man, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Listen,
Ho.
and for those who don't understand,
He got his own lane in the streets.
right, if you understand what Jay-Z did, he didn't take anybody else's sound. He didn't take anybody else's culture. He took what he knew to do musically. Yeah, he used a lot of Big's rhymes or some of Big's rhymes. Okay, cool. But Jay-Z did a lot of that on his own. Um, his biggest records are like classic songs, bro.
Yeah, like some real life stories, real life shit that
Play
if
Big
you
Pimpin' right now, and you gonna
oh,
have people 50, 60 years old standing up, and they gonna be rocking out. They're gonna rock out when that song come on.
big pimping, yeah,
Spinning cheese, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then
On a canopy, my stamina be enough for Pamela Anderson Lee, MTV, Jam of the Week.
you know what I'm saying, man. Like that's why these concerts, I'm loving it. You know, good to see Hove back outside. I love to hear some music.
Hove ain't back outside, man. Hove doing teaser records. Hove, you got something in the cut though. You got something.
Yeah,
I think what it is he gonna be working on using that label and that brand to further push whatever it is that he got going on. What the new site is called 30 something.
no new what?
It's a new website or something that he got out for
Oh,
everything that he doing right now.
I think it's like Jay-Z 30.
Jay-Z 30 or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
it may be unreleased tracks that he may release here and there, you know, that he may put out. And then there may be some stuff, some material that we may hear. It may be the Big L cipher or the DMX battle that
That's
he
all.
may put out with him and X and them going back and forth. And they said X won, or some people said J won. Then there was a one when they said him and Big L was going back and forth. And
Yeah.
Big L won. No, it was Jay-Z won. So it may be some of that information that may leak out of there. We don't know though. So we gotta just sit back and wait to see what Hove got planned and what he planned on doing.
Yeah, that's what I thought originally that he was just gonna like release like original cuts of the songs like he did with the Dead Presidents and like other old school like when he first came out around Reasonable Doubt time or a little before. You know, especially when he was with Jazzo and stuff, when he was rapping fast, the flip, 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 flop, flippity
Hawaiian
flip, flip.
Sophie days.
Yep. So he was spitting like, on some twist level like damn there.
Yeah.
So,
We'll see
and
what
just
happened.
original videos. I thought he was just gonna do that because it's an anniversary. All right, he's gonna do, remind motherfuckers like, oh, I'm Jay-Z, man. Like, ho, like, what y'all expect?
Right. I'm still that dude. Like that's not going to change.
And then he was
Who
wearing
would
the
you like to see? Who would you like? Because you younger, right? You like 10 years younger than me. Who would you like to see him go against in a battle? I mean, I'm my fault. Not in a battle, in a versus. Huh.
personally, they kind of already did it as a tour. Kanye. Like him and Kanye, that's only reason he's gonna be his real competitor if you being real. But if you're
That's
talking about like
it.
if you're talking about like just rapping, like people like people around my age or younger say Future.
Mm-mm.
I can kind of see why they say it, but it's like
Mm-mm.
nah, because I think
You so
Future got to put out his
just
best.
he got to put out his best. That's what I was gonna say. Like you think Future got 15 records? Okay? Let me start. You think he got 10 records that could stand up there to hold?
Me personally, I don't think so, but I think if it's some songs that people go for hard for the Future song, and actually, I've heard Future songs in concerts. And like, depending on which ones he picked for sure, I think I could come up with probably a good 8 to 10 that can maybe go with Hove.
Mm-hmm.
But once it get after that 10, it get a little dicey.
Okay, that's my next thing, my next statement or next question. Does he have 15 records that can stand up there and talk to Hove back to back to back?
You if I had to really pick and choose, yeah, that's the that's the max I would could probably give him as far as, yeah, but you have to find the really good ones that a lot of people out here, is actually real drug addicts out here and abusers. So they be depressed and shit. So like, going through girl problems, so they probably relate to that more. But I would legit have to make a list and get that to you next time to compare, like let you know, like I think I can get you 15 future songs that can go with Hove, but I really don't think so.
I don't think I don't
I
think
think 10,
I don't
yes,
think I don't think Future makes it out of 10.
because people swear up and down by March Madness, which is a great song. It's a legendary great song for him, but like if we really,
Let me ask you,
compare.
do you feel the songs that you listen to from Future, do you feel those songs? Like when you listen to them, do those songs give you chills? Do you actually feel those songs? Like,
There is, I say, probably 3 to 4 legit songs that I was like, damn, actually, Future spitting some real shit or hard shit on this one. Married
okay,
to the Game, she won't leave me. She won't leave me when I was broke. She wouldn't leave when I
okay,
was broke. And I mean, freak hoe. That's just a great Master P reference, and just like how the girl goes. That song could go ring off in any concert, any place.
all right.
And then
My next
stick talk as well.
let's stick to okay. My next question after that is, can you recite any of those 16s from any of those songs?
Fully, I I'll have to hit at least the instrumental for ooh, stick talk, but no. Besides that, not really. That's the
Okay.
thing. Like, but people know that I'm not a future hit like some people, so they will probably know it way more. Like I've seen people rap a whole March Madness verse.
What about Drake? Can you recite Drake lyrics?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can. You
I
know that
could,
is. And of course, you know
way
Kanye.
more than, yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah,
Of course, you know Kanye stuff.
yes,
All right.
correct the mundo.
Just
So
asking. Just asking. Because usually when people tell me their favorite rappers and everything, I'll usually say something like that. Like, can you recite like when I have all my the artists on here? from the hip hop world. Can you recite your favorite rappers 16? And when they tell me no, like to me that's a sign that you may like him, but he ain't that dope.
Hmm.
Do you think Weezy can get up there and compete 20 songs strong?
Yeah. Yes and no. Cause like, mm, if we just going off straight album, like songs that he got, I don't think so. You're gonna have to throw some of that mixtape in there. But features and everything that he been on, there was a run he was on features where he was knocking shit down to where it would rely heavily on features. Like a lot of that would be features in like a lot of his songs. But the mob could go, for sure. Fireman, Carter 2, Carter 1, Carter 3, those three albums. Then you got The Block is Hot. Some couple of songs from there. I ain't gonna say all the songs on there. Like I don't think people really gonna be going back to The Block, except for like the older cats like that was big Wayne heads back then. I was never really the fondest of Lil Wayne when he was 16, 15 years old. But I like the song Block is Hot. A couple songs on there.
Mm-hmm.
400 when he dropped 500 Degrees. Couple songs on that joint. That was pretty fire, low key.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His Squad Up mixtapes and stuff. But like his mixtapes though is where he was spitting some of the best stuff. But like it's other people's songs that you knocking down, and it
Mm-hmm.
sucks that you a lot of that was free music that you just gave away. But great promotion for when Carter 3 came out because that was damn near sold a million, if not did sell a million the first week, which is crazy.
The Carter Six he put out was that last year? Did
Yeah,
you
trap,
listen? I
trap.
got about halfway through it and I think I was done. It didn't seem like it had a theme or where it was going someplace.
That's the
Maybe I'm
thing
wrong.
with Wang albums is like they really none of them really have like a theme. Like even the Carter ones had like a theme, but they still feel like a lot of songs was I ain't gonna say that. It was a theme, but it was like it was no real structure on like how the
Mm,
song would flow throughout the album. The sequencing maybe.
yeah, the sequencing. I think that's the whole thing. Maybe that's Wayne. Maybe that's why they're called Carter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 because that's just how he feels about music altogether. But
True, but
um,
this sixth one, because I wasn't necessarily mad at five. Like it took me a minute to really like it like that, but there's definitely some skippable songs on there too as well. But
man,
four,
if I gotta listen to an album over and over and again for me to like it, I don't like it because it means I'm trying to let it grow on me and it doesn't impact me, the way it should. It's not grabbing me the way it should at the time. Like when you put on a Jay-Z record, those records are gonna grab you right away, and if they don't, you're gonna go, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna just go to the next song. But usually with a J album, let's say if it's 13 tracks, nine songs, nine of those songs you gonna feel they're gonna be dope.
yeah.
If it's 12 or 11, you're gonna go, all right, 7 or 11 of these joints are dope. Like it's always been that way. But I don't know. Anytime I have to sit and let something grow on me, it ain't that thing. You know what I mean? Like why am I forcing myself to like something that ain't really my type of flow? But yeah.
No, it's just like sometimes with album, it's something there. Like you hear, it's some I can hear. Like it's let's say like it's like out of 13 songs, maybe the time 7 to 8 is probably like I like these songs, but like these other songs, like the Secrets and Why is kind of throwing it off. So I'm trying to hear what the artist was trying to get at with this song. Like what are you trying to sell or what are you trying to like I hear what he's trying to do type of stuff, but then like I don't know if I really gonna fuck with it. Like I'll be, all right, I just can't rock with this song or I'm skipping past this. But it just with the Car Five, it grew me as far as like it wasn't like me controller playing them album. Like I was working with somebody in the person in the department, receiving clerk department,
Okay.
and he would play the album a lot. So I was like, okay, and it was just sub song. I'm like, oh, this song actually I like it. Like I didn't really give it the attention that maybe I should have the first time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So and that's a lot of times too. Like sometimes I might not be in the space to re-listen to the album. That's why I try to do it like on my way to work. Well, sometimes that could be a hit and miss too, because I'm probably like a little bit too tired, and I don't put my full attention on it. But that's why I gotta either sit down, smoke a bowl, then listen to it, or just be, you know, you know.
Independent artist that you should check out. two independent artists, three independent artists, whoever they are. I'm gonna name some artists. I don't know if you have a pen and paper or your phone or whatever it is, but I would like for you to write these guys down and just check out some dope music. All right.
Yeah.
Number one, Spitz Nelson. He's a returning guest on my podcast. He's dope. He's from New Jersey. Spitz Nelson. Dope bars, regular cat on some cool shit. All right. Second guy, Virgos on my podcast. He's from Tennessee. I'm just gonna go ahead and say he's from Memphis because that's where he's from. All right. Virghost. Virgos. Dope. Third guy you should check out, and I've really been rocking with this dude music ever since I've been listening to him, and then he was a guest on my podcast. DE.AR. Dope. Dope. Those are three guys that I got for you that you should check out. Another guy I may be able to throw in there. Who else is it? Who else is it? Mark Whitlock. You should check out Mark Whitlock. He's got some good music as well. So that's
He ain't
four
related.
guys, huh?
I said he ain't related to Jason Whitlock, is he?
But Jason, no, I don't think so.
Hope not.
On the lame ass, goofy ass, suck ass shit. I don't think so. They might just share the last name, but
No, yeah.
Mark is dope. Mark is dope as well. Yeah, yeah. So those are some people that when you get a chance, you should check them out. They got some dope music. To really catch a vibe to. Good artists. They got bars.
Yeah.
So if you ain't paying attention to them, they'll get something by you, and then you like, damn, wait, I gotta go back and listen to it all over again. But they're
Mm-hmm.
definitely dope for sure.
For shizzle.
All right, let's get into this thing, man. We here for sports, man. We over here talking about, you know, well, it's part of the culture, hip hop, sports, fashion, all that shit go together. Go ahead, get started,
I also
man.
that technically, the concert was inside, the Yankee Stadium, so that's sports, but non-splash. Um, let's get on these. Shit. Did you do a bracket for the March Madness at all, or for work?
I sure the F didn't. I sure did not do a bracket. Nope, not doing those. Done one of those in probably like 10, 15 years. Not doing one at all.
Any games would you able to catch any games over any
Nope, I
upsets
haven't
or
watched nothing. I've been looking I've been scrolling Instagram, looking for people to get on my podcast. I've been putting stuff in boxes so I can move and everything like that. Just be preemptive on everything. And sleeping. Doing some sleeping. Yeah.
Like, cool. Well, it's a Sweet 16.
Sweet 16, that's where they are right now.
Yes, we are right now. They got games coming on. I think with Thursday and Friday.
How busted up is your bracket?
It's a little busted up. I started off really strong, but the last couple games, the last couple days, I started to put too much dip in my chip on the trying to get upsets out of the, which I didn't try. The thing is, I was going for the favorites and then switch up some spots, and it worked for some, didn't work for all. But I do got Duke on one bracket, on my main bracket, winning it the whole one, even though I don't necessarily believe it, but. I feel like Cam Boozer is one of the probably the best player in the college right now,
Oh,
or
I
like
hear that. I hear that. I
will
got you on
be
that one.
will be at least number one pick, top two, three picks in the
I
league
don't
next.
think he's gonna be number one.
I mean, you got anybody better?
From what I saw, the Benz would look like the better guy.
He could be. I think if he get that freedom to be him, yeah, that's possible. At least like
Okay.
athletically wise.
Yeah.
Um, that guy Peterson from Kansas
Yeah.
looks solid. Everybody
Yeah.
complaining about his cramps.
I don't think it's his cramps. I think they're complaining about his attitude, bro. I think his it's his attitude overall toward the game. Like he don't care. Like that's what I'm hearing. That's what I heard Stephen A say. That's what I heard Shannon Sharp. But maybe that was Shannon Sharp said that. They say his attitude toward the game, and probably because he got that NIL money. For him, it's like I just take myself at the game whenever I want to. Now, if it is cramps, brother, you need to be drinking more water than I'm drinking. You need to be hydrated before those games, which means that y'all probably blowing a lot of haze and a lot of blue dream and a lot of diesel over there. Y'all probably doing some coke. Y'all probably doing a lot of different things. Y'all
It's
probably
college.
sipping, yeah, y'all probably sipping syrup and everything like that. Like, and it's no not just college, it's the NBA too. They doing it. They doing. That's why these guys you see. Man, I ain't gonna get too far into that, but all this complaining and all this, dude, like all this complaining and togetherness and all this stuff, like they blowing big bags of dope. You know what I mean? And I ain't mad at y'all, but yeah, y'all wondering why y'all keep trying to find out who's the next big thing. Like these guys don't work out as hard as LeBron do, and they not going to. They not gonna work out that hard. Like LeBron was obsessed with that type of thing. So, but anyway.
And coming out the mud with it, like he was broke. I mean,
Yeah, like I got it. I'm getting mine straight out the mud. Like my mother, yo, I'm not gonna get into LeBron's story. LeBron is dope, but like as far as the way this game is being played on college and on that level, man, these guys, man, they can play, they can hoop. I'm not doubting nobody in a physical their physical assets, attributes, and they love and in their skills for the game, skills involved with the game. But the love for the game, man, I don't see it. I don't see it with a lot of these guys, and I don't think they all have it. I don't think it's really there. The stuff that they're saying about Peterson makes me question it. Yo, if you're taking NIL deals now, when you get to the league, what should we expect from you? Should we expect more of this type of behavior? Because people act like Kawhi Leonard didn't care about playing basketball. And it wasn't that he didn't care about playing basketball. It was just that he was hurt. Like he was seriously having he got a bad knee or a bad calf. And it was paining him to really be out there. Or what was it, the thigh or something, the quad that he had. And you had Tony Parker saying negative stuff about him and when he was with the Spurs and
yeah,
all
that
this,
was
yo.
bogus.
Yeah, all that stuff they was coming out saying about like, yo, y'all got a ring with me playing. So why would y'all doubt the fact that I don't want to play? So it ain't I don't you probably ain't nowhere near Kawhi Leonard level, but you might be a dog out there. But when them NBA scouts are looking at you, brother, if you didn't know this, they've been scouting you for a very long time. Ever since you came out of college, they've been scouting you. People have been at your games without you knowing this entire time. They want to know if I get this guy this bag, is he gonna run off with the bag? Is he gonna get hurt and quit on me, or is he gonna really go out here and hoop? Like that's what they want to know. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Top three, right? You're saying he might be one of that top three.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I,
Peterson,
I was like, yeah,
Boozer, Big Boozer, and
yeah. AJ,
and AJ DeBensa. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it's looking. Unless the kid that I told you about, Colin Carr, sneaks in there somewhere,
yeah,
at 6'6" guard or forward. Cause the main guy who I've been paying attention to is out, and that's Caleb Wilson.
yeah. I
So
was gonna say Caleb Wilson, like one. Also, that's once I saw he was out, I picked VCU to beat North Carolina in the bracket in the NCAA tournament, and that's what happened. VCU bounced them out the first round, and
got him out of there.
I was like, damn, they really missed him. Like that's a key part of your offense and your team because
Yes.
he was a two-way. Like he was, he could score and he could play a little bit of defense. So it was like,
Yeah, you need that.
but like I said, if
Six
the
foot
Bulls
nine.
if the Bulls can sneak in that top four spot somehow and get him, we'd be set with him, Modest, and shit. I like this young dude, Leonard Miller, that's a power forward on our team.
Mm,
But him, Modest, Caleb Wilson, and what's his name, Josh Giddey might have some, but
we'll
yeah,
see.
he was definitely missing for North Carolina. And I mean, is North Carolina like is they like a top team anymore? Like it's been a minute since,
It's
especially
been a while. It's been
since
a
Roy
while.
Williams. I mean Hubert
Hmm.
Davis. They talking about is they gonna bring him back? Because he was beloved in North Carolina before that, before these last few years, and he was him coaching. But they don't seem to be that threat like they used to be anymore, or at least right now.
Bro, that's part of the game, man. When you rebuilding, when you trying to put it back together, that's when they start spitting dirt on your name and saying all the negative stuff about you, acting like you can't do what you are known to do. But hey, challenges come with living, man. Challenges come with being in your lane and going through your journey. So Hubert Davis, rock the fuck out until you can't no more. You know what I mean? Either they gonna respect you or they gonna neglect you. But it's all up to what you subject yourself to. You know what I mean? You got to protect your name and protect your legacy while you out there coaching. It's all on you. What's my man name that was a coach that retired?
Yeah, from college
Yeah, was
basketball
that
or
Boeheim for North Carolina?
oh
Was
yeah,
that Boeheim? No, was that's for a different
Roy. I
team.
mean, North Carolina last one was Roy Williams, but
Roy Williams, who was there for a very long time, right? So Roy
yeah,
Williams
yeah.
is gone. It's all about you laying the smack down on that thing the way that you supposed to do, and make that your team, make that your sports franchise. You know, so do what you're supposed to do. The good come with the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like do what you're supposed to do.
That's why I hate that they number. I mean, I think he's only been coaching like 3, 4 years. So like,
That's it.
at least give him his contract. Like, however y'all sign him for, let them do that. They give us a leash. With some of those jobs. So hopefully, just get some better recruits. This NIL definitely changes some things. But it was almost looking like that for Duke at one point. But now they number one this year. They got one of the top recruits in Cam Boozer. His brother
Yes,
as
sir.
well.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, and John Shire got that team rocking right now. Like those first two games they lost, they played, they won. It was looking ugly. I was a little worried. I was like, this is my team. I'm going,
Mm,
to the championship game.
mm.
And usually, like, I'm just thinking, like, man, you got one of the best players in the league. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win a national championship or get there.
No, it
Like,
just means you have a fighting chance while you out there on the court.
yeah. But I think team wise, they're gonna figure it out. And I think John Shire, Illinois, basketball legend. Which when I think when him and Sharon Collins was going at it,
Hmm.
I remember those days when I was in high school talking about that or watching those games and stuff. So that's why I'm kind of rooting for Duke and just John Shire and Cam Boozer, Carlos Boozer's son and his twins actually. I think they're twins.
I don't think
Uh,
they twins.
no, yeah, and well, they both freshmen.
They are both freshmen.
Yeah, so I
Oh
think they
shit.
did fraternal twins. Like, yeah,
Okay. All right. I didn't know. I didn't know. Glad you
yeah.
said that.
But Duke will be playing St. John's University. And the reason why I say that is because that's coached by Rick Pitino, one of the college legends of all time. And somebody asked me, who a better coach, Rick Pitino or my man from Kentucky? That used to be Kentucky's coach, but he now is Arkansas, John Calipari. I say Rick Pitino because he has more success or done more with less. Calipari always need a star player on his team for his team to really be good. And like right now, they're still in the Sweet 16. Arkansas number 4 playing the Arizona Wildcats, who was number one team pretty much all season. So that's a tough task, but he got one of the best players in McCliff. His, his, his last name I forgot his last name, but star player who could probably be if he I don't know if he going to the draft or not, but he might be a lottery pick player. And then you got Michigan State versus UConn, number 2
Yeah,
versus
so
3.
so so Cameron and Caden, pardon the interruption. Cameron and Caden, those are the twins. You are correct.
Okay.
Keep on going.
And you got Michigan State and UConn. Never really was really a big fan of Michigan State. I don't know why. Maybe it's also like the green color jersey they got. UConn, I'm tired of seeing them win. So I don't really care for this team, but because I picked them in my bracket, I got Michigan State. And back to the Duke at St. John's, I got Duke over St. John's. But St. John's can play. This might be a team that might give them Duke hell. Um, so I got Duke. That's going to end up having to meet Michigan State. UConn they won a couple years ago. I can see them winning that. Iowa versus Nebraska. Only reason I'm bringing this up is because Nebraska is coached by Fred Hoiberg. And
No,
if you
I don't want to hear nothing from no Fred Hoiberg, bro.
and if you
Salute to
know him,
you as a player when you play with the Wolves, but part of you shouldn't even been on that Bulls team, man. You know,
yeah, if
but
you
he
remember,
didn't he coach the Bulls for a
yeah,
little
I'm
bit
saying,
too, right?
if you really remember, he coached the Bulls
Yeah, he coached. Yeah,
and he was trying to bring Hoiberg to the NBA. That didn't work out too well. And then I think he had that team. He was the last to have that team with Dwayne Wade, Rondo, and Jimmy Butler.
Mm.
Which we would beat the Boston Celtics had Rajon Rondo did not get hurt, but that's for another day. But my team, man, that I ain't gonna lie, I thought maybe they probably got bounced by now, but they been looking real all year, and I kind of doubted it towards the end because they started losing games they probably
Who
shouldn't
is
have
that,
lost.
my G?
The fighting the line now, baby. U of I,
Ah,
University of
brother.
Illinois. You
Ah,
were
brother.
Illinois, Ilian. How you say Ian? So
Illinoisan.
you, you one of them. This should be your team. You should be ride or die in orange right now.
Just for the fact that you can't even say it, I can't even be an Illinois fan. It's terrible.
I was joking around, but okay.
I don't care what you
Anyway,
was doing. I don't care what you was doing. Oh,
you
weak
Kendall Gill
ass.
looking motherfucker. You
No,
should
weak
be.
ass joke. Weak ass joke.
But yeah, Illinois, they rocking right now. They've been smacking shit the first two games. Gave I think the first team a 30 piece damn near,
Mm,
and the second team, I forgot who we played, but we bust their ass. Got them up out of there.
good.
And Stojakovic's son on that team. The team son is on that team. They got a bunch of the European motherfuckers on this team, and they knocking shit down. So, but they play Houston though. Number who they this is a
I'm
two
not even
three
surprised
matchup.
that the Illini got a mostly European team. I ain't even surprised at that. Keep on going.
But they hooping though. They ain't like no soft European boys. They just
I ain't saying they wasn't. They was
kicking down
soft.
here.
I'm just saying. I'm not surprised.
Anyway, they playing Houston, team full of niggas. Now, I usually don't root for against a team full of niggas, but since it's Illinois, I'm riding with y'all, baby. So I need y'all to at least get to the motherfucking Final Four because that's where I got y'all going. But y'all been playing pretty good. I don't know. Every time I root for Houston or like try to bet on them, they sell me a river. They gonna sell me down the river. So I don't know. I'm cool on them right now, but they probably get there too. And then
Okay.
Texas,
Okay.
this team number 11 ranked. They literally I think they won in a play-in.
You talking about Texas Longhorns?
Yeah, they somehow still in this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna face a number two team, Purdue, who got some big boys on their team as well. They've been pretty good the last 2 3 years, but
We ain't devil worshiping either. We know the sign. Texas Longhorns. We know that. We ain't doing nothing on no devil shit. No devil worship. Y'all get out of here with that nonsense. But as soon as y'all start saying it, we ain't with none of that shit.
especially when we talked about Jay-Z, so I don't want to hear none of
Yep,
that.
that too. I'm gonna start wearing upside down crosses and wearing all black and all that. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't
I'm
hear nothing
gonna
about it.
fight my mom. No, but yeah. So Texas, Purdue, that should be an interesting game. I think Purdue gonna put Texas down because they just like they've been pretty good all year. But I'll be cool if Texas, be that Cinderella team this year.
What does the product look like for Texas and the other team? Like, do they got a good product? Like, do they got a score? They got one main score. They got just a group of guys who go out and ball.
It seems like it's a group of guys that's going at the ball. 'Cause I don't know anybody that's particularly like great on that team.
Aha.
They just catch them
Uh-huh.
motherfuckers off guard with the whole team play.
Yeah.
And then you got Tennessee number 6 seed versus Iowa State number 2. Um, two of the I mean, I don't know what to say. Like I ain't really watched too much of them, but it look like that's gonna be a good game. And number 1 Michigan, who been balling this year, versus Alabama number 4. I got Michigan in that game. I'll take I want to ride with Tennessee in this other game, but Iowa State right. Iowa State don't have their best player, I believe, or one of their best players. So actually I'm gonna take Tennessee over Iowa State, and I got Michigan over Alabama, which will lead to a Elite Eight. Yeah.
Where is Jawan Howard coaching? Was he done?
I don't know. He
Is
was
he in the
coaching.
NBA? Is he like with the Heat? I can't remember.
Went to that's right. He went to Michigan to coach. Then he had some type of scandal, and I don't know where he been since, or
I don't
is
know if
he?
he had a scandal or anything. I think the opportunity. Oh, I think that's what it is. Opportunity came for him to be a coach, assistant coach, or something like that in the NBA. And I think he just took that. Maybe there was a scandal. I don't remember any scandal or anything like that. No scandal. No smut. I don't
Not
remember there being any smut on his name.
it's something to where he got fired or like he got let go. Like, you know how they amicably just let him go, like, all right, you know, he left on his terms type stuff. But because I remember he had like slapped or punched somebody, like I ain't trying to, you know, talk down my man from, you know, from Chicago, but I remember something had happened to where he's not he's literally the coach of Michigan. Like that's the whole thing. Like he's coming back, you know, Fab Five, lead the way, and then I haven't heard much about him. So I don't know. So I got Duke, Michigan State, I guess Nebraska versus Illinois in the Elite Eight, Arizona versus Purdue, and Tennessee versus Michigan in the Elite Eight.
Okay. Okay.
I got Duke winning it, but in my Final Four, I got Duke, Illinois, Arizona, and Michigan. Arizona probably will win though.
Arizona will win it all.
But they seem to be like the general consensus that everybody think that they're most likely going to be the team to win. Them or Duke, possibly UConn because they always like they won a couple years ago. In Michigan, they look good. Purdue, I think had a chance to win a couple years ago. So, but my team, Illinois, I need y'all to bring it home, man. I'm still hurt from when D Will and them couldn't get it done. '05.
Oh, D Will. Shannon Brown, right? No, it wasn't Shannon
D
Brown.
Brown,
D Brown. My bad.
D
My bad,
Brown,
brother D.
Luther Head, James Augustine, and Powell. I forgot his first name. Clint was it
Roger
Clint?
Powell.
Roger
That's
Powell.
Roger
Yeah,
Powell.
and
He
I
was
was
a
sick.
dog on the inside. He was a dog on the inside.
Yeah,
Just short, 6'9" guy trying, doing his best to stay in there with those guys that was just like 7 footers or whatever. But I don't know what ever happened to him, man. But God bless him. Hope you're doing well out here, man. You gave us you gave us some great memories in those college days with the fighting Illini, man. Great times, great times.
yeah. They made me want to go to that school. Like I was like the whole
Nah,
time
I
in high
ain't never
school, like,
wanted to go there. I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
U of I. The thing is, I never applied for it. That was crazy. I thought about it, I was like, I don't want to be stuck in Champaign. So, but on some school, like I'm like, 'cause I went to DePaul, so we ain't had no football team. So I was like, kind of wish I went to a school that had a football team and we had a basketball team. But we was ass, still is.
Still is. Still is. Like they had that decent run with Q going there and Lance Williams and everything. Amari Sawyer and those guys going there. But Andre Brown, salute to all them guys. Like they was good at what they was good at. But man, DePaul ain't never had no more. Like they ain't never been cold like that, bruh. You know that, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, not since basically Kendall Gilday, not Kendall Gill, that's Illinois.
Man, move
Um,
on.
Mark McGuire, George Mikan days, yeah, because we was hot when George Mike was out there.
Wah, wah, wah.
We was one of the best teams. But that's my thing. It's just like you literally in the backyard of some of the best basketball players in the country, and you can't recruit nobody there.
Wasn't trying to, especially the fighting Illini, University of Illinois, if you want to, whatever you want to call it. They said they weren't gonna recruit from Chicago. They didn't. They said they didn't want to fuck with the niggas like that.
Dumb as fuck. Because you saw those niggas go
They
to
were
other
big on
country,
saying that.
you saw those niggas go to other big, colleges and kill for them.
Yeah.
Like, there's
They,
no way Derrick Rose should have been in Memphis.
nope. I should have came home one night and he should have just been in bed. Should nobody been sending him those messages or anything. His phone should have been off.
Like, there's no way Dwayne Wade should have been in Marquette.
Nope. Somebody pulling strings on stuff like that, bro.
What did
So,
Isaiah Thomas went to Indiana?
yeah.
Like, come on now. Anthony Davis. This was making me mad. I was in college when he had the chance to come there, and he had revealed that him and like three other top Chicago high school players was planning on coming to DePaul to
Mm.
play, and then one of them pulled out, and they was like, "Oh, they all just went their separate, like, skip it, like, all right, I'm gonna do my own thing." I'm like, "Come on, that was the one chance we had a chance to maybe turn around the school, like to make it somewhat good for at least those 2 to 3." years around that time, or at least built off of that.
And
So,
nothing went right. Nothing went right for these mobs at all.
so I don't know, man. And then I mean, I'm just glad my high school, my mind finally got good the last few years in all sports, basketball, football, shit. I think softball, baseball, the girls team. I mean, Kenwood stand up, but yeah, man,
CVS, F the wrist. You bitch you. Blue and gold. Blue and gold. Forever.
like 30 of the high school with that same color. Nobody trying to hit that shit. No, it's playing.
And ain't none of them better than us. Ain't none of them fucking with the V. Ain't none of them fucking with the V. The V was cold. We was one of the biggest schools in Chicago. At the time when I was going there, we were 4,000 kids deep. We the only school that has an aviation wing in a school. So eat a dick, go to hell, fuck you. Mother made you, mother had you, motherfuck you, and anybody else that's with you. CVS was cold, gonna always be one of the coldest schools. We just need to figure out how to get it back on track because they're cutting all the programs and getting rid of everything that the school should offer. I don't know what else to do. Maybe I need to call back around see if I can get involved in some of that stuff going forward. But that's not what we're here for, man. We're here for sports. Keep kicking that shit, Keith. Too talk.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They trying to they low key talking about talks having NBA expansion teams, two of them that would be one. I would believe one team would be Seattle, or one city would be Seattle. I believe the second city would be Las Vegas, and there'll be two teams in the West, meaning two teams that's already in the West gonna have to move east, which they low key probably should have been the East a long time ago, and that would be Minnesota Timberwolves and the Memphis Grizzlies. Like I wish that would bring back the East versus West All Star, games where we'll have Anthony Edwards on the East side, and I don't know where John Morant gonna be. So for now, job, but for years we could have had Kevin Garnett and motherfucking. I mean, I guess Pau Gasol, who was hot in Memphis at the time in the East.
What would you do with John Morant if it was you? If you're the GM of the Grizzlies, what do you do with John Morant right now?
I tried. I mean, you already then basically gave away his best, all his friends that he basically like the team you had going to the playoffs and making a deep run.
Mm-hmm.
You had like you sold it away. You had Jaren Jackson,
Mm.
Dylan Brooks, that no one keeps like. He's the one. He brings winning mentality to your team. Everywhere he's going, he's brought them to the playoffs.
He brings toughness. He brings toughness.
He brings toughness.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he may do some antics and some goofy stuff before the
That's
game or
fine.
after the
That's
game.
fine. But he improved his shot. You know what I mean? He looked like he can actually shoot the pill a little bit better
And
out there.
this year now, he hooping
Yeah.
like he doing
Yeah.
shit I ain't never seen him do.
Like a
Or
game, he been working on his offensive skill set, and he still does decent on the defensive side of the ball as well. So
yeah,
he's improved his quality of skill for the NBA on that platform. But he trash anyway.
like
Big
once you let him go,
Derek
'cause
Whitehead having ass boy.
one thing I don't like about I ain't saying I don't like about it. He a Canadian dude, so he think he tough.
He Canadian.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's what that explains it. And that's why he trying to let people know that it ain't we ain't no pushovers over here in Canada. Like we ain't pussy like that. SGA from
yeah.
Canada, he ain't pussy. You know what I'm saying? He out there averaging 30 something points a game, 6 assists. Like he's dope. So he representing Reddish, Cam Reddish. All those guys are representing for. Well, I think I may have gotten it wrong. But whoever you are with your stinking ass, you representing for Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
RG Barrett,
yeah, RJ
Jamal
Barrett.
Murray.
Yeah, there you go, Jamal Murray. Them guys, they put in work. They put in time. Jamal Murray, you a champion now. Get your shit together, boy, because y'all need to make a run. I want to see that Western Conference be a fight. Do I think the Lakers can make it up out of it? No, certainly not. But I do think the top teams are Spurs, OKC, Denver Nuggets, um, and the team that your mother plays for. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to see a team back in Seattle. Hope they bring back the supersonic names, everything. Like, it's just a question now. Like, is the league would the league be strong enough to have two extra teams? Like, would it water it down to talent? Like, I just mean, are you going to invite just basically more college students and international players to come play? And I think this is where you can actually keep it to where you can keep vets on the team because they trying to get.
Maybe, maybe, but they be getting rid of these vets, bro. Look at
And that's what I was
all
saying.
these
Like
veteran
they,
players. Like they're trying their best to get rid of them. It's just like the hip hop industry, the music industry. Once you hit 35, 32 years old, they want to get you out of here. They don't want you to run these young guys telling them how this game go. They trying to
yeah,
get you up
like
out of there.
Chris Paul, literally, like
Yeah,
he was just
yeah,
trying to have a final year, to retirement year, wait, send off, and it basically from what they were saying, like he was telling players the right thing or advice to to get better as a player, teammate, and all that stuff, and the coach was like, "Nah, don't tell him that." Like what? You wouldn't want a veteran player like him to school your players, younger players, to learn the game mentally and physically better?
yeah, yeah,
Crazy. So yeah, you're right about that. But like it's gonna give more chance. Like now you got more room because there's more players. I feel like you should have like one or two good vets. One that like that's playing, and maybe one on the end that just sit on the end of the bench just to tell you, hey man, bad habits. Get up and cheer for your teammates. Get up and do this. Stuff that will equal team camaraderie and chemistry to lead to more wins.
for sure, for sure. I agree. I agree,
Okay. We'll see about that. Um, K been hurt with a punctured lung, which is crazy.
bruh. The only way you get a punctured lung in life is you have to have a sharp, serious, traumatic experience. So it has to be a puncture with the blade, or you have to get hit really hard like that. The blunt force trauma really has
Yeah.
to be very hard, right? Like somebody
Yes.
slamming you hard on your back or on your chest,
Hmm.
and they they burst your lungs. Or as far as I know, the other one is you have a blister or something, some type of sore on your lungs because of probably the way that you play the game of basketball, and it turns into a blister and it slowly builds up and then it pops. And when it pops the lung as well, and then that collapses. So those are the three things that I know about. And from what I understand, it is the third option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I just went straight to like it must have been he must have took either a sharp ass elbow or a
yeah,
hard ass head to the like somebody tried to back down
yeah,
with a shoulder or
yeah.
somebody went head first in his motherfucking chest. Like that's
No,
crazy.
it's a third. It's a third. You know, for
But
someone
yeah,
that
yeah, I
tall.
agree. I was just saying, like, in the time when I heard about, it, I'm like, damn, what
Yeah.
had happened? Like, what could have been? So
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
but and he gonna be out, and I want to see if that's gonna affect. I don't think it's gonna affect the Detroit like Pistons. Like,
Don't seem like it. They went out there and they gave the Knicks some blues, or was that the Lakers that gave the blues the
they
other
beat the
night?
Lakers the other day. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
that's a good oil well team, especially like they literally got good players all around, and like this dude,
Salute to Jalen Durant, man, for stepping up and making sure that he represented.
Jalen
But not
Duran,
only that, the
Asor
guy
Thompson.
Dennis, Dennis, or I hope I said your name right, brother. You went out there the other night. You gave him a 30 ball, a 30 piece, biscuits, lemon pepper.
Want that
You
point
know,
guard?
whoever it was, six, like he's like 6'5", 6'6" or whatever it was. It looked like he went
Mm-hmm.
out there and put up 30 points for the
Pistons.
Detroit Pistons, and they won that game against the Lakers, man, at the last few seconds again. So um, they look good out there. They look good out there in
Yeah.
Detroit. You know, the players that need to step up have stepped up and represented well. Salute to them.
Yeah, so we got, Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland, Toronto, Atlanta in the top six, which is crazy. Atlanta had to want the trade for Kaminga, probably the best trade of the season for that team because Kaminga was being buried on the bench in Golden State. Kerr and him, I don't know what happened or what behind the scenes. They was not playing that man, but ever since he been in Atlanta, he been hooping and they was on an 11 game winning streak. Since like basically when he got there, that's when they started going to the winning streak. Dug themselves out of play-in purgatory, actually outside the playoffs, outside the play-in, into the play-in, and now they a top six seed. Crazy how they just went from trading. their best player, Trey Young, for the last few years, the face of the franchise,
Mm,
looking to be like they was going to be tanking, and then they make another trade to bring in Kaminga and CJ, or they brought in CJ for the Trey Young, but for getting Kaminga over there helped them get maybe the playoff team. Like, and they can only go get better next year because they could probably sign some people, or I don't know what the draft pick they got, but they might be making the process and their rebuild a little bit quicker than expected with that guy Jalen Johnson and Kaminga hooping. I think Jonathan been averaging what 13 and 4 since he been with it. It only been like 8 games, but
mm,
13.4 points. He averaging 12 this year, but like literally just was not playing not too much games at all in Golden
mm.
State, which is crazy to me. So shout out to Kaminga and Atlanta Falcons, my second home. Actually getting some making their way out of purgatory. And then Charlotte Hornets, they've been hooping. They in the play-in now. They went from bottom two of the East early
Mm-hmm.
this season to
Mm-hmm.
fighting their way in the play-in. Philly seem like they going down in the standings. They in the seventh spot. I don't know what's going on with MB. I don't know if he hurt again.
I
We
think
know
he hurt.
Paul George was suspended for 25 games. I think he's almost at the end of that, or should be coming back. So he should be healthy somewhat. Might be a little rusty. Might be condition that might not be the best, but they starting to reel back a little bit. Oh,
Honest opinion, I think Joel Embiid might be done. They saying he got his weight down, and he did look healthy. Did he not look healthy to you through the
so
course of the season? Do look he had lost some weight, but it still looked like his knees were just in bad condition.
the first like I say 10 games, he was looking a little gimpy, still in and out. I'm like, I don't know, because last year I robbed like he looked cooked, like he might be out of there.
Yeah,
But this beginning, I
his
was like,
his knees was rubbing together last year.
right, yeah, like
You
it
know what I'm
was
saying?
like
You could
it
hear
was
the
looking
motherfuckers
nasty,
knocking. Yeah, like he just looked like
like
he was out of there.
like
Yeah, one good game. Like he gave them everything he could that one game.
like
Let them know, like, yo, I'm really that dude. But
you really should not have done that USA stint in the summer. Like you should have just took that time off. But so after like the 10 games, like he started to come along. Like he started like low key, a little bit old Joel, like
mm-hmm,
moving a little
mm-hmm,
better. He getting 30 pieces kind of a little bit more easier. He don't like he hurting as much. He jumping, he dunking, he getting actual boards, going for boards. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
okay, this might be he might be back. And I might just get like injured again. It's just like another step back. So it's like it might be that time to actually end the process. Like
I think the process
Let's,
is over,
let's,
man. It's time to
let's move
focus on
on.
Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and everybody and the rest of those guys.
Like you got your next wave of motherfuckers like that can
Yeah,
lead. Like
right there,
too
right there.
young.
And I don't really want to say it that way because I like Joel Embiid,
Me too.
but I just think that, the health issues for him are the thing that are mucking up anything that any real solid motion that he's trying to have. And the only way to do that is for you to get healthy and be healthy throughout the whole course of the season. That
Right.
means when this season is over, no matter where y'all end up, you take a month or two off to let your body recover, and then you start figuring out, do I need surgery? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? So I can make sure that I'm good, you know?
Yeah, true talk. So I mean, he might have to have that talk where like, hey, bro, like we can't rely on you 82 games or even more than that at all for like for playoffs and regular season. So we want to just make you one of those, come off the bench, play 20 to 30 minutes a game, conserve your body, but just usually gonna be that solid big man for us that can compete for a championship.
Yeah,
But you may not be the starter though. You may not be that guy. You might have to come off the bench. Like
yeah,
championship teams, you have a really good backup center for your team to really really be good
yes,
to
sir.
win one. To me, I feel like
Yes, sir.
so. But I don't know. I hate like down somebody or like hate knocking down the black man to who probably want to get the bag, but you gotta make that realization,
Listen, you
dog.
gotta do what it is, whatever it is you gotta do.
And they
dude.
think
But I don't want you. I don't want you guys going out there getting that bag and then you fumble the bag by not going out there and perform every night. Because they keep talking about this 82 game season and dropping it down to 65 games. Man, I would say drop it down to 75. But I just think a lot of them guys ain't motivated to play. Y'all got all the incentives in the world. They gave y'all a big bag. The NBA is doing so much better. They getting y'all closer to look to a billion. I don't get it.
yeah,
I
like
don't get it. I
you
think, like I
getting.
said, I think y'all just smoking too much weed. But that's just me.
I mean, yeah, that could be a possibility in that too, for sure. But yeah, like you're getting paid way more than the player from that. Jordan. Jordan ain't made this much money in his playing
Never
career.
did. No, not playing the game. Not
Yeah,
playing the
like
game. He was at the
like
tail end of all this stuff changing. He was the one that wanted it to change. You know.
like some of the best players you ever seen. Like Scotty and all them that they made way less than this and like
Yeah.
tried to play every game.
Scotty got two million for 7 years. Screwed himself over doing that. You know what I mean? And got six championships out of it, but he got screwed over with on the money side. So it
But
is
you
what
get
it is.
but they also get better everything. Like they got better doctors, better like facilities, better
Yeah, that's
nutrition,
100%.
better like everything that could be geared towards you to help help your body or help your career. 82 games, bro. No, dog. Like you lucky they only extend them up to 90. No, like it's just, like for real though, it's just like nah. You don't need to. I mean, I can see why. I be seeing why, but it's like, come on, dog. Like y'all just practicing. Y'all ain't practicing like that no more.
Mm-mm, they ain't doing nothing.
So
There are no from what I said. From what I understand, they do practice, but they ain't practicing hard. The practices are not mimicking the game. So from watching and hearing The Last Dance, they said the practices were harder than the game.
yeah,
And when you have practices like that, it usually means that they're playing hard enough to mimic an actual game, which means the game becomes more fluid for them because they're already in that mode before they get on the court.
yeah. So shit, maybe y'all need to go back to doing hard drugs or some shit. I don't know, but
Maybe they just go back to fucking drug testing you
whores
motherfuckers,
and
man. That too. Maybe they just like stop. No, we don't need them doing that
nah,
either. No, I just thought about
too
that.
many,
Oh boy.
especially today, bro.
Oh
Like,
boy.
yeah,
Oh boy. With
that's
them
what
with them
they want.
saying
They waiting outside for you to.
yeah, and then they saying there was 30,000 cases of
Mm-hmm.
STDs down there in Houston, you know, because doing the rodeo, whatever they
Boy,
had going on. No, thank
I
you.
feel like they should keep them people that's down there right now, stay down there until you get tested
Yeah.
and you get off that stuff because you're
What's
gonna
the
bring it
word
back
we looking for? What do they need to do to contain it? They need to isolate you motherfuckers. They need to keep all y'all down there and create a dome around y'all and not let y'all
quarantine
asses
them.
leave. Yeah, quarantine these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all down there messing it up.
And they bring it back to the cities. Like nobody wants that, that cooties down there, that motherfucking clap down there.
Yeah,
That Houston clap.
yeah, y'all can keep that clap back. We don't want that. No one wants that. No one wants
Nah, let me
any of
stop
that.
playing. But no, I mean
Mm-mm.
motherfuckers out here fucking raw for real, for real. I'm like, golly.
They doing more than doing that. They down there
That
going to the
yeah.
beach. They get in their drawers. They doing hanging out down there. They don't know who they're around. They people got scabies and stuff jumping off them to other people,
ABs and
man.
rabies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all in labies and tabies and babies and sabies and sweet sadies and everything. Got to be
Mm,
careful. Got to be more careful.
yeah.
What Keith Tutal was next on the menu for the venue?
Oh yeah, like so cause like last time we called it live and we didn't really like go in on it, but like last time we was talk Bam Adebayo, 83 points. Now
He
we
was
had time to
taking.
sit on it because we was living in it. We was trying to congratulate the man, trying to like,
He was.
good shit, 83 points. But looking back on it now,
Oh
especially seeing
shit!
I just feel no, I just seeing all the hate that he got from it, which is messed up. But
It
I
is.
kind of understand like
Why?
quarters 1 through 3, I give it to him valid. Whatever he scored 1 through 3, I think it was about like 60, 70, something like that, 73 points or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Valid. That fourth quarter was a little nasty as far as like trying to go for 84.
Well, they had so Bam is not the primary ball handler, so you got guys trying to get the ball to him. to make sure that he can get so he can
That's
get.
even worse. It's like that's even worse. Like he's not even the point guard. So of course, like if you're not using the guy that's gonna be ball handling, now all of a sudden you're gonna give him the ball at the top of the in backcourt, coming up across the court.
So what? So what? I'm going for 83 points, man. Give me the motherfucking
You're
ball.
up 30.
So what?
You don't need.
So what?
So what if he would got hurt trying to chase for that?
He would have just got hurt, bro. He would have got hurt.
That would have been the saddest 79 or 81
That would
ever.
have been a sad. But he was listen. I'm already cooking. Get me the ball. That ain't my fault. Listen, if y'all know they trying to get me the ball, shouldn't y'all stop worrying about guarding me and worry about running the score up on y'all end? Y'all the bum ass niggas losing on the other end.
The Wizards, they was trash as hell for
They
that night
they
too.
was super duper trash, bro. They was
Alex
baby
Sarr
booty
was getting
juice
that thing. Like I'm not denying because he had 31 or 33 in the first quarter.
in
Like
the
oh
first quarter.
he hooping like
So that's the that tell you, oh, tonight I got 50. Right? Tonight I'm going for 40 and 50. This is an easy 55, 60 points tonight. Right?
yeah. And then but it got out of control in that fourth quarter. Like you can see it wasn't basketball. It
It
wasn't
wasn't
pure basketball.
basketball. Look, just give me the ball. So let me go ahead and get this. I ain't
Like
mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. It's y'all bum ass fault for not keeping up and making sure Trey Young or whoever else was on that other squad, making sure that you motherfuckers
yeah,
could keep up with me and who. I'm the only one getting the motherfucking ball. We already up by 30. Just for the simple fact that they trying to make sure I get the ball. Y'all last year should have been playing harder and trying to knock down lock down defense to make sure that y'all made that game harder for everybody out there, not just on me. Not just on me. Y'all should have been trying to make it hard for everybody out there, not just me, bro. Come on, man. Come on,
I
man. We
mean,
knocking this guy for doing what every player in the NBA would have tried to do, bro. He did nothing wrong.
I mean, true. I agree with that. Like I'm one of those like I'm riding with it, but it's like, but we seen players that had a chance to go for that, and they're like, nah, let me get out because we already up 20 or 30 in the fourth quarter. Like you said, Kobe 81. Like you said, they was down. They needed that 81.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't need this 84. He could have been
They ain't
cool with
need it.
79,
They ain't need it. But hey,
76.
since I'm that close to the record books, just let me go ahead and get that, and then y'all can talk about me like a dog. Guess where I'm going though?
Well, hold on, Arja Wilson.
I'm going home with Aja Wilson, but I'm going in the record books forever, forever. That's it. And
But
that's
about
just
that
it.
though. This you can't even bet this man to score 15 points on a regular game. This man at 83 is crazy.
83. But shit, it is what it is. Like I said, I want Bam to be more active in scoring. I think Bam should be out there doing 22 and 12.
Them motherfuckers
That's
been
me.
losing ever since that game.
That's me though. But hey, it's just the way it is. That's just the way basketball is for us. So fuck it. Salute to Bam. You got 83 points. You the only one in history to do 83 points besides Will Chamberlain on his way to 100. So,
Will Bam Kobe. That's crazy. That's a wild
Will
combination of names.
Bam Kobe. Welcome to a class of its
It
own.
did almost got put. I mean, what was it? Luca had 60 points on them on the Miami Heat the other day.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, no, but it was too. It went up time. Like, see, he's like, it's hard to score 83 points. I'm like,
No,
you know
not
what?
when them shots dropping. When them shots dropping, they get.
I'm like, if anybody could do it, I know for sure Luca Loki could do it. If he wanted to really get in that zone,
When I saw that 60, I was like, yeah, he can do. He can get it. He can get it.
yeah.
Man, when you think about that, bro, that's 20 to 30 free throws that you make.
And this man had 40 free throws, even though I'm not even gonna go there.
Seven,
Yeah, he
seven to
about
10 3-pointers, and
did
then you
about
figure
that.
out the rest. Yeah, you figure out the rest, and we for sure know that he can hit more than that. If he really out there trying. So, man, I ain't mad at him for shooting all them free throws either. If they trying to get me the ball and y'all hack me, that's on y'all, bro. That's on y'all. That's on y'all.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah.
Fuck it.
That's still that's
We up
that's
by
that's
30. We
no.
up by 30, bro.
You know what? I had to because I gave Donovan Mitchell the same. I said that was the weakest 73 points or how many he scored 70 points that he scored against the Bulls. Yeah, I'm hating because it was against the Bulls, but I watched that game. That was
Nah.
a fluky 70 points. It was because most. a good 20 to 30 points of that with free throws. They ain't the same, dog. Because the refs can't be calling bullshit fouls, like some soft fouls, and just giving it to them, which I saw that night. Because the first half, they was giving us all the fouls.
Man, if I'm getting fouled, man,
And the
call that
second half,
fucking
they got all the
call that
fouls. So
shit,
I ain't
man.
trying to hear that.
Man, when I'm getting fouled, call it, man. I don't care what's going on. Call it. Like that ain't my fault that y'all, that y'all don't know how to maintain y'all defensive pressure and keep me from doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then when y'all do foul me, I end up hitting my free throws. So what? So what?
Fugazi 83, Fugazi 70. Nah, those are
Hey,
real.
hey, whatever it is, the Mars got their points, man. They going down in the history books and the record books. So
And
that's
that's all it probably gonna
that's it.
be remembered for. Losing the finals twice and then 83 points. No,
Ooh,
I'm stop. Let me
that's
stop
tough.
hating.
That's tough. That's tough. Bum ass Melo ain't never did no 70 piece or no 80 piece.
He scored 50 on all jump shots, and then he scored 62 in New York, who brought the maker back. But he also took his team to Western Conference Final against Kobe, gave him a hell of a award.
Melo is trash.
Bam ain't never been that dude.
Man, Melo, you was always trash.
He ain't never led his
You was
team to the
always trash.
playoffs every year.
But let me stop playing because I think
Every
Melo's one
year.
of the one
He won
of
a
the dopest.
Bam ain't finna be a top 10, 11 scoring player all time.
No, he not. He not. So let me stop playing
He went to
around with that
Kentucky
man
and he ain't win
Melo.
a championship. He just won his first gold medal.
That's
Barely.
fine. That's fine.
Not
He
because
got
of
he got
him.
to the, he got to the top
Nah,
of the mountain though. He got to the
let,
top of
let
the
me let me let me
mountaintop
stop hating. I'm not
with
hating on
Jimmy
that.
Butler
I just have
twice,
to
2 years in a row. Did he not? That was 2 years in a row they got to the mountaintop
cause of Jimmy Butler.
because of Jimmy Butler. But he got there. He was a second guy. He was a second guy to
And what
go
happened?
to.
And what happened? We was there. We saw it at the bar. He lost to a European Joker.
That was your fault. That was your fault. You sitting at the bar. You sitting at the bar doing that. You supposed to be out there hooping. You know what I'm saying? Making a
He
difference.
talking about us. That's your fault. I'd
That
be
was your
36.
fault.
I'd be up there with the rest of them. I'd be up there out of there with LeBron and them. Like, man, we the old guys.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But shout out to Bam. I just had
Shout
to
out
be
to
that.
Jimmy Buckets for trying so fucking hard. He gave everything he
Bro,
could.
that man
Bam,
literally,
you ain't do a goddamn
like
thing, man.
he drained his bite to like I think he gonna be I don't know if he gonna be able to lead a team like he about to be
That's a
30.
wrap.
He
It's a
gonna be
wrap for
37
that.
by the time he come back. 36, 37.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's a
wrap for
wrap.
all that leadership shit.
That's crazy. A lot of these players that like I literally grew up on or saw come up is
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah, they NBA old and
like LeBron finna be the KD,
yeah,
Steph,
they NBA old and they regular guys in
Jimmy,
real life. You know what I mean?
Russ. That's crazy.
Yeah. Grew up on them guys. Grew up with them, not grew up on them, but grew up with them.
Grew up with them,
Yeah.
grew up on them, saw them come up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, and then
What's next on the menu, my G?
your boy Jackson Smith Enigma,
Got
the
that bid ag.
big bag,
Yeah, got that bid ag. Got
get
that
that
kid
money,
ash. That munyon. That munyon. Let me get $20, homeboy. Let me get 100.
man.
No, let me get an easy $500, man.
Easy. That's like a penny to him, probably.
And if that, let me get that. Let me get a little bit of that cash, man.
So let me get about 75,000.
No, I don't even want to do that to you.
I
You
just
know what
want
I'm
to get
saying?
I just want to pay some student loans, some other shit off.
That's all I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? I
Like
want
if you could just
just
watch
enough
that,
money to pay something like that.
I wish they did. If they gonna give us the reparations, they should be like, all right, all black people, you free of your debt and just go and do your thing. But yeah. So Jake, Jackson Smith
Shit,
and
nigga,
Jigba
they ain't gonna do no
got
shit like that.
his
Y'all get
money.
up out of here with y'all debt. We gonna excuse all y'all debt. Hell no. Whoever know how to do that shit on a technical side, I know one of y'all do know how to do it. Y'all
Like,
playing around though.
hit up some Sally Mae, man, something.
Y'all
Some
know how
shit,
to do it. I ain't gonna say what I'm talking
bro.
about. Y'all know how to make that shit happen. You know what I'm
They make
saying?
you can hack everything else. Everything else that have been violated and motherfucking
Y'all know how to
so
hack the stock exchange, nuclear codes. Y'all know how to do all that, huh? But y'all don't know
Man,
how to turn Sally Mae inside out. Okay, okay.
crazy.
Little bitch ass bitches. I get it.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, what else I want to talk about? MLB season starting tomorrow. I don't know if you care about
Boo.
baseball like that, but it should be a interesting season. LA Dodgers coming off back-to-back championships, and
Mm-hmm.
they only just got better with they got one of the top free agents and one of the top pitching free agents this year this summer over the
Okay.
winter. So man, it could be ugly to where they might get a three-peat with Otani in them, but somebody got to take them down. I'm getting ready. They better be like the LA Lakers of 2000 to 2002, 2003.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
start hating on them. But my White Sox, my young boys, we need to start, man. We gotta get this rolling. I think they're
Looking
gonna be
for
the best.
another terrible season for the White Sox. Come on, let's get to it.
You tell this guy I ain't been watching no baseball, but
Looking
no,
for
wait, as
another terrible season for the White Sox. Even though I own a bunch of caps, looking forward to another terrible season.
long as he
Prove me wrong.
represents that black, that black and white. But
Prove me
Frank
wrong.
Thomas, he's suing the Sox for using his name and likeness on jerseys and games. I only think he's doing this because I say like during February they had like on Instagram on the social media the top the first black players in Sox history to do something,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow some way his name, no, his picture wasn't included on this because like a bunch of players like throughout the history of the White Sox. The thing is, his name was on there, but not for like anything first.
Mm.
So it's like maybe he took it wrong. Like, all right, you wasn't the first to kind of do this, but he was the first to win. I believe, yeah, I want to say back to back AL MVPs. Or he won MVP for sure, but and some batting title. So I think that's where it really, because he was really mad about that. And I think with them selling the jerseys, because I was about to think about I need to give me a Frank Thomas jersey.
Nope, I ain't getting no jersey, but if they put his name on a hat, I'll buy the hat. I'll get the cap.
So and then so now he's suing. I think he's just mad about what happened with that. Just I ain't like it ain't just that actually because they him and the White Sox been having this long history of kind of like bullshit since Kenny Williams was the GM. So it's like it started like '03, '02 around then anyway. So this been kind of like the Kendrick and Drake battle. It's been brewing between them, and so now he kind of was like, all right, I'm low key done. Even though he's been the best, this is the best one to me, the best White Sox player I've ever seen.
Mm.
But like batting wise, for sure, like he heads over heels over everybody else, home runs and everything. So I mean, you can go mini mimosa, you can go, way back to early 1900s, as well. But hope they can fix that commit that relationship right there. And
Man, Frank Thomas put on for the city for as long as he could, man. All them losing ass seasons that they had, bomb ass Sox. Man, y'all could have done it, man, better than what y'all did.
yeah,
Y'all be
true,
treating, man. They don't really be caring about these players, man. It's just like the veterans coming home from the wars, bro.
true.
They don't be caring about these guys.
And then also shout out to the Clippers, man. Clippers, look, Kawhi Leonard been balling, and they got my boy from Cleveland, the point guard now over there.
Collin Sexton.
No, no, not he in the Bulls actually now. Oh, yeah, the Bulls had one of the best games they had last night against Houston Rockets. The last 5 minutes of that game, boy, a great back and forth
Mm.
of just straight pure scoring threes, twos, back and forth. It was literally like a up and down game. We was actually busting their ass the whole game, and then they let them come back. But nice little back and forth. But why I brought the Clippers, like they was down in the outs, so now they sneaking into the play in. They number like 8, which is
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Okay.
They was literally bottom 2, 3 most of the season. So Kawhi done stepped up. He's healthy. They hooping right now. Mathurin, I guess, been chipping in, helping them out. Derrick Jones
A
Jr.
healthy Kawhi is a dangerous Kawhi Leonard, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Very dangerous dude.
But the top 6 teams in the West: OKC, San Antonio, Lakers. I ain't gonna stunt. Can't be mad. Like I'll give credit when credit's due. The Lakers been looking good the last couple weeks, even though I still have reservations on some reserve players. But I heard, DeAndre Ayton said something. He actually taking accountability and realized that he's not that player that he think
I'm
he
not
is
that guy
for
no
that
more, and I
team.
like the fact that he admitted that shit too. Keep on going.
And but Luka's been on a tear. It kind of started when he played the Bulls a couple weeks ago, and Modest got in his ear trying to talk shit. Because don't be wrong, Modest had a little reason to talk shit. Because the last time, like the last time we played, because we lost to them early in the season, but last year his rookie season. We beat them twice. We beat them by 30 in LA last year, and he hit this one move on Luca where he behind the back, tomahawk slammed on his ass.
Hmm.
So he probably got a little giddy off that. And then we bust him here in Chicago off of half court buzzer beater. So we had that number last year. We was talking good shit last year. Felt good to talk shit to the Lakers, but
Hmm.
they got in our ass this year. And Luca went crazy. He went for 50, I think, on us, almost a triple double. But
Hmm.
ever since that game, he been on a I've been seeing 50, 40, 44, 60, 50. So he got them going. They popping right now. LeBron finally figured out, hey, I don't have to be this guy for this team, and I don't have to be the second guy. I can be the third or fourth guy. Like, let me just be who always been like a
LeBron, like,
quarter.
thank God you Mox figured this out, bro. Like, I've been trying to step back this whole entire time. I don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't want to drive the car and fix the car. I want y'all to do it. I want to be in the back seat and I want to cruise through the city and y'all show me the sights and y'all show me what y'all got going on. I don't want to be that guy no more. Salute to DeAndre Ayton for figuring it out. I'm really not that guy. I'm really more of a second or third option on the team. If
Thank
it's
God.
time for me to do that, I need to be more of a defensive anchor, a rebounder, and a shot blocker while I'm out here on the court. These are
You
the things
think
I need to do, and then come up with 15 points and 15 rebounds. Do stuff like that. DeAndre Ayton, you should probably be more aggressive too on the defensive end to let motherfuckers know I'm shutting down the paint. Nothing comes through here if I'm here. You know what I mean?
if
Like you
he
should
had
really do that. If you was out there like that instead of smoking weed too, because I believe you out there
I mean, he
blowing big.
is. I think
I know all of them. Every last one of them blowing big bags. They blowing pounds, man. They got elbows on the table when you walk in their crib.
Jamaican Bumba Clock.
Yeah, I know they. I know they. Put. I know they blowing them. So if
I
you
know
ever
they
really,
block.
if you, I know they blowing them. So I know if you got it, you're doing it. But if you was really more worried about the skill set and being a viable option on the team, get that shit together. Yeah, I know y'all not gonna get it, but I'm just saying that from a guy that love basketball and love watching you motherfuckers play, because I know y'all dope as fucking what y'all do. Y'all should step this shit up. But
Nah, yeah, that's like literally like I've been telling my guy who's a big Laker fan, like, bro, like until DeAndre Ayton figured it really that, like, if he keep playing like this, like he's off and on. Like he's shown me when he was with Phoenix and Portland, like he'll give you some good games in a row, but then he'll check out for a few
yeah,
games. And that's the thing, like if you take the attitude, like you said, rebound, defend, be the defensive anchor where nobody want to come near you, come in the hole. But as long as you're not worried or mad that you probably might get only like 2 to 5 touches a game at some games you might get 10 to 20, but
you
some games
doing
you
that
might not.
alone. Yeah, you
You
doing that alone. Luca and them will feed you. Austin Reeves, they'll get you the ball. AR-15, all them guys, they'll get you the ball.
if
Just for
you
you
run the
doing that.
court, you might get 8 or 10 points off just running
That's
the
it.
court.
That's it.
So that's the only way I think
Y'all
they
need to
could.
do with my homie Solid. Come on, man. Do something about Westside Connect being on that team, man. Y'all can't be having my boy out there buried deep on that bench. He a hooper, man. Laravia come out of nowhere and y'all making this cat look good. That's his role. That's
Yeah,
what Westside Connect is supposed to be doing. That's literally his role. Oh, bitch ass Lakers. But go ahead, I'm done.
yeah. So I'm gonna give them they love now, but I don't. I can still see them getting bounced the first round low key too. But Denver, Minnesota, Houston. Between those six, like what matchups, like who you want to see, like I mean, either that would lead to a conference final or like right off the bat, like 'cause I can see like I mean I wouldn't be mad if you see OKC versus Denver, San Antonio versus Minnesota. Lakers versus Houston. You know, you're gonna
I
have
think that should be the repeat. I think it should be Denver and Minnesota, right? And then I think it should be OKC against San Antonio.
that's gonna.
I don't know if it's gonna work out like that, but
I think this. I don't think OKC want to see San Antonio
that's
that
okay.
early.
That's okay. They not. Probably be in that next round.
But I wouldn't mind seeing a LeBron versus a old head versus old head. LeBron versus KD. One of them got to knock each other out. Which one of y'all ready to get this ring, dog?
That's
Min-
interesting. That's interesting.
Minnesota versus San Antonio. Probably the two of the best teams that's built all around depth wise. AE versus
Ooh,
motherfucking the alien and Wemby.
ooh, but the
You pl- oh
alien
yeah,
gonna
plus yeah, Wemby and
Wimby
Goldberg
gonna
matchup.
y'all Wimby gonna bust his ass. He gonna hurt him. He gonna hurt him. The moment he step out there to guard that man, that's 30. That's 30 points. That's 30 points in the first half.
But that
He
would
go,
be a fair matchup. Like you
he gonna
got
yoke him up like, come on, man, don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am, bitch?
close man.
You helped train me for this, bruh. I'm about to
But
wring your
yeah, that's
fucking
two.
neck.
That'd be a great matchup. Two Frenchmen
Yeah,
center matching
yeah.
up. Then you got Julius Randle going against whoever the hell. I mean Harrison Barnes.
It don't even matter at that point. You
But
just want
then
to see
you
them two
know
guys go off. You just want
De'Aaron
to see them two
Fox
guys go
versus
off.
uh, Anthony Edwards. Going that'd be a nice little
Ooh,
matchup. And then
let's
you
go,
got
D Fox.
OKC versus Denver, which is arguably a final team. Either one of them, championship team. Either one of them. You, the last two MVPs, Joker versus man. I'm getting NBA possible matches that they need to see probably in the playoffs at some point.
Yeah, those look good. Those look good,
Those
but
would
we got to
be
find out if it's gonna get there.
fire,
We got to see if it gets
fire,
there though.
fire. But I would love to see Denver knock out LA. Anybody knock out LA, I'd be happy. Houston, I want to give y'all a chance, but like y'all don't have a point guard. And I just don't see without that team on that team that y'all can get past OKC, San Antonio, Denver, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be. I'm about to say maybe not even the Lakers, but that'd be the probably team you could probably bop off. Some teams might not. I don't know. If teams want to see the Clippers in the
Don't
first
nobody
round.
want to see them. Don't nobody want to see the Clippers, man.
They
Well,
better.
maybe, because we don't know, how well they're gonna perform. We don't know how well they're gonna perform.
Phoenix, they scrappy, but like I think they
I
you
don't see
figure
them
them
doing
out.
nothing.
I figure you figure them out though at some point. So I don't know. We'll see about that. But in the East, I'm trying to see who will be great matchups. And I mean, of course, you can get it. Detroit versus I would love to see Detroit versus Toronto. Two courts that I would love to see two games on. Like even some of the aesthetics of the game. Like when they got a good court, I can watch that game a little bit more if it's not like a Chicago team. I wouldn't mind seeing Toronto, Brandon Ingram, young leading the young team versus Kay Cunningham in the first round.
Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Would love to see a Boston and New York, series at one point.
Man, Detroit. My top teams is Boston, Detroit, Knicks.
Cleveland,
eh, Huh?
is Cleveland in there?
I keep forgetting about Cleveland. Yup, throw Cleveland in. That's my top four teams right there. Cleveland. I don't. I'm worried about Cleveland. They can take Mars out. They can take Mars out. They square, but and they'll sneak past you. But I'm worried about that with Detroit. I'm worried. I'm just only paying attention. Like I care more
But,
about Boston. I ain't. It's this is regular season stuff for Detroit Pistons. Like the season for Boston goes into the playoffs. That's what they built for. That's what they
yeah,
getting ready for. You understand? Like they probably Detroit don't even know what's about to happen to them. And neither does Cleveland.
true, true. Well, I mean, I'm about to say one last
New York
thing.
could easily get off on somebody on one of these teams
Oh yeah,
because they're playoff sturdy.
isn't it like when ain't this year low key kind of like finals a bust for New York? Cause like
They can
you
try that, but I don't think that's gonna work out in their favor. Real
you
talk.
like wouldn't I mean, what would be the point of like what was the whole point of like letting Tibbs go in a way? And I mean, I can see like he's stubborn. His offense was never really that on
No,
fire.
he's done an offensive minded guy, right? That's why you're supposed to
But
hire
the thing is,
someone
like
else to help you out with it.
the person you hire never was really an
Yeah,
offensive minded guy like that either. Like he had some couple good, probably more players than Thibodeau, but like he was the more defensive guy. I mean, he wasn't able to get it done with LeBron.
no, he
I mean,
wasn't. He wasn't.
he had a great year with the Sacramento, but
Wait,
that next
he
year
didn't
they
do
was
that year they was down in the playoffs? That wasn't Mike Brown. No, that's Teron Lue, wasn't it?
mhm.
Okay, bet.
After they fired some other coach to get Tyrone Lue. So it's like
Yeah. Okay.
I was like with the Knicks, you kind of almost you have to win. Like you don't have to, but like because you obviously signed him for multiple years. But like I feel like with a hasty move to like fire Thibodeau, if you basically if you don't make the Eastern Conference Finals again, then that was definitely a total letdown and maybe not the best decision.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what's
don't
gonna
know,
happen over there, but we're gonna be watching from a distance, trying to figure it out and see what's happening with that team.
but I'm good for now. For for the welcome back episode.
Welcome back.
The hiatus break episode. But
Yeah, we back. Keith just had to take a hiatus, which prompted me to take some time off as well. But I didn't take too much time off. I was actually getting the artists on here for the hip hop side of things. So I'm glad the brother's back. He healthy, doing what he's supposed to do. Staying away from cocaine and other harmful drugs that will impair his vision and his ability to think straight. But cocaine is a hell of a drug, and some people prefer it. Like Keith does from time to time. But don't have nothing much else to say. We good.
and like they say, black don't crack unless it's with Matt. So have a good night. No, but yeah,
Listen here, man.
no, we back, baby. Welcome back. We're
Listen
gonna be
here,
back in the
man.
rolling with this. I
You should
should
not
have.
be a woman as ugly as a man talking about somebody else. And I ain't talking about you. But you know who I'm talking to because you know who you are. You a woman. Ugly as a man, and you out here trying to talk about people. With that said, remember the mission statement when we striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. Keith, anything else you need to say? I'm done.
Should have a hoop in the horn final. The top hoop in the horns of the year because in the NBA season coming up
You're gonna
about.
have to work on that for the regular season. You're gonna have to work on that.
I'm gonna have the finalists of the hoop and the horn. There's gonna be some hooping, motherfuckers. There'll be hooping all year. I'm gonna use some of that been hoeing all year.
Maybe we should do that one live or some shit like that.
We could. Let's talk about that. Reconvene on another
On another
day.
day. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we done. We out of here. Y'all have a good day, night, evening, afternoon. We out of here. Peace.